I'm dripping junket. How are you all doing? Ralph here, Ralph's reviews, Team Nose Deep. Today we're going to do another review. We are going to be reviewing the Switch Mod and RDA combo V2. Now, it's been out for a little while, not very long, and they've recently come to the UK. A really good friend of mine, Mark at vape.co.uk, is the UK distributor. Another good friend of mine, Ollie Deeks, Dog Home Ill on Instagram, is the team captain. So I was lucky enough to get one of these on the eve of their release. The team had all got theirs, they'd not gone live on the website because they were so busy, like they've not managed to sort it. But being in the click, if you like, being in the know, I managed to snaffle one early, and I've been using it now for a week or so. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. These things are absolutely on point. Let me have a quick vape. Hold on. Now, those of you that follow me exploits will know that I really like my Limitless, I really like my VCM, I really like my Apollo, etc, etc. Part of that is the 24mm. I got right into my 24mm, which these are. Part of that is that I like a certain style that's a little bit understated, although some of the sleeves that I wear on my Limitless, like my Potato and my Illuminati ones, are far from understated, but I like that style. But this thing, look at it. What a beautiful thing. Understated beauty, solid construction, 24mm solid copper. If you hit somebody with this, they go down, you could pick it up and carry on vaping. You could put it in a sock, beat them with it, take it out and have a vape, which I'll do. It comes as this combo. They're all available as a combo in a variety of finishes. You can get solid brass, solid copper, and lots of different coloured aluminiums, and they all come with this Switch Mods RDA. It's got a fixed airflow system. Let's just see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. The lighting here is not great today because it's a gloomy winter's day. Two 4mm or 4.5mm, not sure, airflow holes on the sides. Normally I'm a bit, don't really know if I like that sort of thing. It's bang on. It is bang on. It's got a lovely wide chuff cap type drip tip, and that's all one piece. It's got a great deck, which we'll get into when we get into the close-ups. Fantastic fire button with a logo on there, and that's as fancy as this gets. Love it. It's simple, basic, solid construction. Switch Mods, the company that makes them, actually aeronautical engineers, if I recall correctly. So you know it's going to be alright. You know, they're made by engineers. They're not made by an engineering company for somebody else. They make them for themselves to exacting standards. And this thing is, you know, I do a bit of engineering myself. Bang on, bang on. Anyway, enough waffle. We'll get in close and have a look, and I'll show you how they come apart, what it's made like, the build I've got in it, etc, etc. See you in a minute. Okay, so here it is. Here's the thing. Look at that. I don't know if the camera will get it. That is the only bit of fanciness, if you like, apart from these little grooves. They're lovely, really lovely. I really like this logo on there as well. That's absolutely bob on. Come on, camera, focus. Let's strip it down and have a look. So we'll get this bottom out. Take the battery out. 18650. I use these Samsung 25Rs. We've got some 20Rs coming in, which hit harder for longer, don't get as warm, which these don't suffer. They're a really good battery. Anyway, one thing I did find when I first got it was how tight everything fits. Like I say, they're engineers, these guys, so everything fits everything really rather well. As you can see on the top there, we've got 3 vent holes for the battery, should anything go awry and start venting. Although with care, a little bit of common sense and decent gear, I'm yet to have a problem. I remember early on I vented a few batteries due to the 510 shorting out in a mech mod, but it wasn't really an issue, to be fair. The finish on this is spot on. And when I first got it, it was, to be fair, a little bit grubby. It was a little bit dirty. It looked like it had just come out of an engineering shop, which it had. So I'll give it a quick polish, because I like my things polished. Nothing like anything like hard work. It was all good. And since then I've been looking after it as I do. I'm a bit gooey now. We'll take the switch apart. So this bottom cap unscrews, solid copper, reveals the button, again solid copper, and you'll see what they've done there. They've machined a little dimple in the top of the button. So if you notice on a lot of your mech mods, that centre part of the button gets a little bit oxidised and burnished from where it's making contact, so they've got rid of that by machining that out. Silver plated spring, bit progressive there, narrow end to the bottom, top end is a little bit bigger, and that's easy to remember because the top end of this cap is bigger than the bottom of the battery, obviously. If I can get this out, the threads are spot on, really are spot on. A little bit coarser than some of the mods I've used, but they're good and chunky. I mean, look at that, look how thick the walls are on that tube. We've got a dowel ring, little dowel ring adjuster that screws in and out so you can get rid of your battery rattle. Great. And then your tube itself, like I say, you've got the vents at the top should errors occur. Lovely coarse thread, lovely thick walls, solid copper. I should have weighed it before I did this because this thing's a chunk. Great stuff. Onto the RDA. So we've got your 3-post design with a really deep juice well. One O-ring holds it all on, and it holds it on well. I won't pop it on now because I'll never get it off while I'm holding it with my fingers. Got a little recess in this top cap that covers the base, and that's a nice little touch. It helps to seal it, not that it leaks, and it makes it look great on the mod. 24mm, as is the mod. We've got those 2 air holes, 4mm, 4.5mm, and that lovely wide chuff cap style 510, all built into this stainless steel cap. Absolutely spot on. The finish on it is superb. As far as I'm aware, they only come in black, and that's fine by me because it looks the dog's danglies. Let's look at the deck. On the deck I've got my usual 20 gauge 4 wrap jewel. Let's just pop that out if I can. Yeah, here we go. The screw threads and the screw heads are absolutely bang on. Everything tightens up firm, stays tight. The post holes are nice and generous. Yeah, look at the size of them bad boys. I'm running 2 bits of 20 gauge through that centre one, no trouble at all. Look how deep the juice wells are. Really, really lovely bit of kit. Really easy to build on, really user friendly. Let's just pop these back in. Now, I did a video tutorial. If you go down my feed, you'll see about making these 20 gauge coils and how to pre-bend them so that you've not got to faff about. Obviously, because I've just had these out to show you the deck, I'm going to reset them so I'll pinch and pulse and get them where I want them, and then re-wick before I vape again in my closing shots. But look, it's great, lovely bit of kit. There's a ton of cotton in there for loads of wicking. I always clear that out of the way, which I'll do when I sort it out before I do me finish up and have a little vape on it. That fits on the tube beautifully. It really, really does. Very firm, nice and smooth, absolutely spot on. And the 510 It's copper too, so you copper throughout, right through to that positive post, all copper. So there's nothing between the battery and the coil apart from solid, high quality material that's going to really bring the most out of it. That positive click, the button fits in so well. This base goes on lovely, it really does. It's so easy to put back together that anybody could do it, you know. I always strip my mods down at least once a week and give them a service, give them a polish where they need it, and clean the contacts and the threads and everything else to help them doing what they do. There you go. I'm all slippy now, so I'm struggling to fire it off. Plus I've not put a battery in. But it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We'll go back up top. We'll have a vape on it after I've finished setting it up properly. And we'll sum it up. Super. So there you go. It's simple. It is simple and it's solid. So solid. It's really tactile. Really ergonomic. That silver plated spring, I found a little bit hard going when I first got it. That said, it's bedded in. I've got used to it. Now it's just spot on. It is spot on. And I like, on my Limitless I use magnets. On my VCM I use a spring. So I like a little bit of everything there in the switch department. This is just spot on. Hold on. The airflow's spot on. I mean, I'm running 0.08, yeah. So I got that 4-wrap titanium 20 gauge that I showed you in the close-ups, and I don't like a really hot vape. You know, there's guys out there that blow me out of the water when it comes to that sort of thing. I like a rich, thick, warm vape, and this is a good vape. That solid construction, it gets a little bit warm even at that. Even at 0.08, you know, it's really caning that 25R. It's pushing the envelope a little bit, to be frank. But it's alright. It doesn't get hot, it gets reassuringly warm. And like I say, the vape's spot on. My kids aren't kids, they're all grown up and they vape it. They've come round and had to go on it. Like, I had to go on Dad's new mod and they'll love it. And they're not as experienced as me. My youngest daughter, she's only just started vaping. She's gone from a Kangatech sub-tank mini, picked this up, gone, let's have a go, Dad. Had a blast on it, and she's right as ninepence. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good vape. Like I say, the switch is spot on. I'm yet to have a misfire. I'm yet to have a hot switch. The deck's spot on. It really does the shizzle like. It's lovely to build on. It's got plenty of room on that, in that juice well, to get it nice and soggy. It clicks in place great. Look, this thing's heavy and it don't come off. You can wobble it and shake it and do what you want with it, but you can still adjust it. You can still line it up with the coils lovely. It's just, love it to bits. All in all, I can honestly say the version 1 I saw pictures of and turned my nose up a little bit. The version 2 I got a bit of a sneaky peek because I'm in the know and I'm like, wow, they look great. Then when I had my hands on it, got to have one. So if you're on the market for, let's face it, they're not really cheap, but they're not ridiculously expensive. And you know that's going to last you as long as you want to use it and have no problems at all. I dare say that the customer service, aftercare and all the rest of it, will be absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Knowing Mark and Vape-esque, he won't settle for anything other than bob on. So he'll look after you if you ever need him to, but I don't think you will. The Switch Mods V2 range is absolutely spot on. It's hassle free, it's up to par, and it is definitely worth the price. That is on point. You have a good one, everybody. Enjoy what you're doing and do what you enjoy, and remember, smoking kills, vaping saves lives. which do you choose? I'll see you all soon.